Hey everyone, it's Jennifer from StampTherapist.com, and I'm here today to show you a quick and simple card. We made this card in one of my classes this month, and again, it's just really quick and simple. We've got some Wink of Stella on these flowers, and I'm just going to show you how to do it. So let's get started. So I have my paper all cut here. This is a half sheet of 8.5 by 11 Whisper White cardstock, so cut it in half at 5.5. and then we'll fold it in half with the bone folder. I like to fold on the table so that I can align these two corners and press it up against my thumbnail, and then only pinch it once and press nice and firm to make the crease. Right there where I pressed it with my finger is a lot more wrinkly than where I used the bone folder, and then on the inside there's less creases as well, so that's why I like that. That's my card base. So what I have everyone do in my classes is turn it over backwards and stamp and sign their name on the back. And we do this so that we can brag. When you make someone a card, you want to get credit for making that card. So we always have a handmade by marker and, a stamp, and then a marker matching to sign your name, put your initials, whatever you want to do on the back. But that way when you give the person the card, they'll know you made it. Today we use the I Stamp This stamp set, which is retiring, and it's going to be while supplies last. So you want to get that now. We also have another one called Better Than Email that's retiring as well. So May 2017, those are going out next month. So get them now. Okay, then I tell my customers set this aside and we'll make the rest of the card. So this piece here is 4 inches by 5 1/4. It's Sweet Sugar Plum, and we're going to emboss it with the Petal Burst embossing folder. And this one's not retiring. Let me show you that background there. It's such a cute embossing folder. So I'll grab my Big Shot, and I have it set up for embossing. So I have the Big Shot platform on there without the attachment and just 2 cutting pads, and I just use my really old cut-up cutting pads for embossing. It doesn't really matter which cutting pads you use. It makes no difference for embossing. They can be old or brand new or in between. So center my paper, sandwich that in between 2 cutting pads and run it through. And I will get beautifully embossed paper, and this folder actually looks great whichever side you use. So depending on the card you make, you can use whichever side. So that's pretty cool. And then next, I will go ahead and stamp Happy Birthday. So let me put that with my card there. So I have a piece of Whisper White, and it is 2 3/4 by 4 1/4 inches. And this clear ruler is an imperative stamping tool for me. I use it when I'm copying cards that I have, like I have a sample that I've received in a swap or something, and I want to copy it, so I'll just lay it right on there and do that. Or if I am figuring out a card, so I've stamped Happy Birthday and I want to see what size to cut it, so I'll cut it down. Then I need to know what size to layer behind it, so I pull out my clear ruler, measure this, add 1/4 of an inch. So this is a must for me. And the foam mat is what you use when you're stamping on a plastic table or a table with an uneven surface with your photopolymer stamp sets. If you have a nice hard table or like a countertop, you normally don't need this, but the foam mat is very important if you have a bumpy or plastic surface, because the plastic surface gives and the photopolymer stamps don't. They stay straight. So there's space there where our ink doesn't touch. We're using the stamp set called Big on Birthdays for this one, and this isn't our Occasions catalog, but it is carrying over to the Big catalog. Yay! It's such a cool birthday stamp set. Kind of different to me than some of our others. So that's where the greeting is from. I'll ink that up with Smoky Slate. And I want to remind you guys, don't press too hard on your stamp pads. Stampin' Up's pads are foam, so they will mush down if you press too hard. So the way I ink my stamps is just tap, tap, tap gently all over. but I do move it around and touch it several times to different spots on the pad to get even inking, no matter what size my stamp is. And then just place it on your cardstock, press down, and the nice thing about photopolymer is you can actually see where the ink transfers from the stamp to the paper. So if you see any light spots, you'll know it didn't transfer, and you can kind of touch it underneath with your hand. But there we go, that's smoky slate ink and that really pretty happy birthday. So of course you can color these flowers in or leave them just like that. They're beautiful. But I'm normally a very lazy, fast, quick and easy stamper. So instead I'm adding flowers on top of the flowers that I can just punch out. So in Sweet Sugar Plum, I'm going to stamp 3 flowers here from the stamp set is Petite Petals, and this one is retiring, so it's going away. Super cute. It's going to be while supplies last, so if you want that, you have to get it now. And of course you can order any of these supplies on my website, and I will put a link to my blog where I post all the supplies. So this is the Petite Petals punch that's retiring also, and of course it matches all of the flowers in that set exactly. And so what you do is you hold your punches upside down and align your image. You can squeeze a little bit where you're not actually punching, but you're holding the paper in place while you position, and then when you're ready, squeeze it. I'm going to point it away from these ink pads here. Okay, and my third one. I tested this on Sweet Sugar Plum cardstock when I first made this card, but I didn't like that. It looked, I guess you could see more detail with the white. Okay, so then we added our Wink of Stella clear. We'll still carry this in our new catalog in June 2017. And you just brush that on. Once you've gotten your Wink of Stella started, you generally don't have to squeeze it. But if it's super dry, you can squeeze some more where it says push and get more ink to flow. But in general, it just continues to flow the rest of its life. And then we'll assemble. So I told you this piece was 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I added a 1/4 inch to this one. So 3 inches by 4 1/2 for that layer. That's a 1/4 inch layer to get the thicker border, or you can add 1/8 of an inch if you want the skinny border. So all we have to do now is assemble the card. We don't really need the foam anymore. Uh-oh, we got a lawnmower going outside. My stamping room is in my garage, so I have a big garage door right here where I can hear all the neighbors' yard work all the time. Isn't that fun? It doesn't bother me at all, but it's when you make a video, you get it. Maybe you guys can't hear that, I don't know. Just in case though. And I like fast fuse because you only use a fraction of the amount you use with snail, so that's why I use fast fuse. It costs the same per inch as snail adhesive, but you use less than half of the amount on one card that you would. So I can make so many more cards with fast fuse than I can with snail. And it's a much, the reason is it is a much stronger adhesive, so that's a bonus as well. It's super strong, saves you money, you know, it's a win-win. And then I'm just gonna pop this one up. So I always like to use the scraps on my dimensionals for small stuff, but I just use them anyway because they're, you know, you paid for them. Use everything on there, and I just rip them, but some people will cut them with scissors. So that's it. Check out this card, super quick and cute and easy. Try to see that shimmer there on our flowers. I hope you like the card. If you like it, or if you like the video, please feel free to give me a thumbs up. That does help me in my videos. And if you need anything you've seen in the video today, you can definitely order that through me on my website. I'll put a link to the website, but I'll put a link to the blog post where I list all the supplies for you so you know what you want to get on the website. And if you have any questions, let me know. I hope to see you guys again at stamptherapist.com, and have a good day. Thank you.